Cool. I kind of like that. Let me get the seatbelt off. I don't need it. I'm not going anywhere. My numbers so I can punch up the comments. Got good signal. Hopefully everything is working okay. And there we go. Wow, David's the first one in there. How's it going, David? Hey, Dom. Hey. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hey, Mayor. Hey, Field of Bears. And look at that. Hey, Uncensored, how's it going? Hey, China Lynn. Just warming things up here. Hey, Big Drum Bear. Just kind of letting the room fill up before I begin the topic. In a few minutes we'll begin the topic. I hope everybody enjoys it. I have to say, though, today's topic is for everybody, but primarily for the females. I'm pre-gaming. Oh, I like that. Yeah, it's primarily for the females, and but I think everybody can use this information. Oh, that's funny, Field of Bears. No, I haven't. That's funny. Is that a real thing? Field of Bears, really? Hi, B West. Wow, this is so cool. I love it when I see everybody pop into the stream. I mean, and it's really cool because there's so many of us that have streams that are in here right now. It's like Field of Bear has a stream, Big Drum Bear has a stream, Dom has a stream, Mayor McDeath has a good stream too. It's awesome, actually. I like it. Yeah, Kodiak, he puts up videos. Guys, go check him out too. But it's so cool that we all do this, and everybody brings something different to the table, which I absolutely love. No one brings the same thing. There's no redundancy. I think it's awesome. Yeah, he does sometimes, but Dom is kind of a slacker, Field. He's not really dedicated. He's just like, yeah, stream, whatever. Got the new camera last night. Can't wait to film the next one. Oh, Kodiak, that's cool. What kind of camera did you get? That's so cool. Yeah, Dom, family is more important than streaming. Well, that's why I stream at lunchtime. It doesn't interfere with my family. It doesn't. And family is more important than doing this. Oh, that's awesome, Kodiak. Wow. MP4 wrap, full HD. Awesome. Hey, Eggman. How's it going? So we just give it a couple of minutes and we'll get started with the topic today. And the topic is the command presence. A lot of people use it. It's used in business meetings. It's used in general conversation on the street. It's used meeting new people, that command presence. And it's extremely important. Sometimes, depending on your line of work, it happens automatically. Just when you're in that field that you're in. People develop it in martial arts because of the line of training that they do. Not so much work, but training. Military develops that. And in good ways and bad ways. Police develop it. And what I would like to see, and it's funny, I see auditors that have it and then some that don't. That's really, really important, and that's really what I want to talk about. But at the same time, I think it's really important, certain types of presence for Safety, making sure that the females get to their cars and get home safely. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. I guess we can start now. It's a little bit before 1. But the first thing I want to talk about, command presence is basically how you present yourself as to not be passive, as to not, without being aggressive. You don't have to be, to have a command presence, you don't have to be aggressive. You can be, you can have that presence there, but I don't want you to be passive. Passive is the sign of victimhood, okay? Okay, steeple configuration with your hands is a President Trump favorite. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about, okay? Now, the way I present myself, especially when I'm walking in the street, is you don't see me walking like this with my head down, trying not to make eye contact. Remember that old wives' tale that they'd tell their children, they would tell their daughters, don't make eye contact with anybody. Oh, that is the biggest friggin' mistake you can make. For females, make eye contact with everybody. Let them know you know they're there. Also, when you're walking with that command presence, you're walking with your head up, straight forward, scanning everything, not staring people down. That is a big difference, okay? You don't want to walk and then stare people down and keep walking. Scan everything when you're walking, okay? Walk, look. You don't have to, as you're walking by, go like this. No. Walk. Make sure they know you see them, wherever they may be. Make eye contact. You don't have to, nothing like that. You're not like, oh, yeah. Guys do that. Girls, no. You don't have that luxury. You're not guys. Okay? Someone that's looking to mug somebody isn't looking for a dude unless he's a soy boy. And he's this little girly man. Okay? Hey, Mayor. So what you want to do is make sure that you're making eye contact. Okay? This will help you not look like a victim. What is a thug? Okay, let me tell you something. A thug, a criminal, someone that's going to rob you or do worse, isn't looking for someone that can take care of themselves. What are they looking for? They want to create a victim, but it'd be easier if you were already a victim. Think about that. It would be easier if you already played the victim part than to actually have to create a victim out of you. That takes work. Someone that's going to attack you is not going to want to fight you to create a victim. They want the easiest target they can get. Someone that is alone, someone that is disarmed, someone that has no confidence. They don't want someone that has no confidence, because someone with no confidence is not going to fight back. Someone with no confidence is going to let them do whatever they want. Okay? Because they don't believe they're already a victim. This is just adding to the scenario. So, you walk straight ahead and don't get your head out of your phone when you're walking. Okay? Get your head out of your phone when you're walking. And walk down the middle of the sidewalk. And there's a reason why. Of course, if there's a group of people talking, give them a little bit of room. Okay? But at the same time, if cars are not parked on the sidewalk, then you can walk a little closer to the curb. But if cars are parked on the sidewalk, you want to make sure that you're walking in the center to give you enough time for reaction. Okay? When you come to a corner where you have to walk around a building, do not hug that corner like you're in the Daytona 500. Take that corner as wide as you can, because if someone's directly beyond that corner, they're going to be able to jump out on you if you're too close. If you're further away, it's going to give you a little bit of reaction time. Okay? Now, that being said, when you are walking, Make sure that you're watching cars too. If you're walking by a car, don't walk right next to a car. Okay, I had that happen where someone actually tried to jump out with a gun that was right next to a car, and I didn't give them a short distance. I gave them enough space for me to react. So that's extremely important. Do not walk close to vehicles that you can't see around. If it's yours, I mean, there's different things that you can do. That command presence. What I want them to see that you're aware. These people that are going to rob you or rape you or do something, they've done this before. It's not their first time. So they're looking for the easy target. They're looking for that person. If you're all alone, and truth be told, that's one of the biggest issues. Why the hell are you alone? Why are you alone? We're going to get to that in a minute, though. And also be aware of people that may be following you. When you turn to look and make eye contact with people that may be talking on the side of the sidewalk or wherever you are, use your peripheral vision. You can see movement behind you. Identify colors that they may be wearing. So another 100 yards or so, you look, they're still following you, your senses are going to go up a little bit. Now, I'm not saying turn around and confront them, because people just happen maybe to be walking in the same direction you're walking, and you don't want to freak out, okay? Now, even when I'm walking to my vehicle, especially when I'm leaving a supermarket at night or something, okay, I like to have my keys in my hand. Because when I get to my vehicle, it's going to be the fastest way I can get into my vehicle, okay? My keys are in my hand. I don't want to be digging for them in my pocket. Very, very important. Also, when you have your keys in your hand, it's a great weapon. Put them right between your fingers, and if my keys weren't plugged into the car, I could show you. Put them right between your fingers, and it's really great. You can gouge someone's eyes out with it, okay? So, that being said, now, when you go to your vehicle, there's so many things I want to say, and I really wish I had planned this out in order. But say you're leaving a supermarket. It's not good to be leaving, like Walmart's open 24/7. I don't like Walmart parking lots at night, and after midnight, I don't like my wife going to them because they're a little dark, and if you go park up close, go with somebody. I'm never going to let my wife go alone, truth be told. It just doesn't feel right. But when you have kids, sometimes you can't get away with it. So I tend to be the one to go to the store. Now, when you walk out, make sure you change the direction. If you're walking down your row of cars, okay? If you know your car is in the row that you're walking down, don't walk down that row. Walk down the one next to it. And then cut across. And watch the people that may change directions, okay? Do not walk down the aisle that your car is in. Walk to the one next to it, and then cut across. And then when you cut across, you can see if there's anybody behind you that may be following you. Also, you can see movement ahead of you for people that may be changing direction. And you know something? There's no problem if you see someone lurking in between cars. You don't have to walk to your car. You can go turn around, go right back into the store and say, hey, there's some people walking around in the parking lot. Or make a phone call to a loved one and have them come up and walk out with you. You don't have to walk out to your car. Plan accordingly. Park where there's more lights. Park right under a light. Have pepper spray. Have a gun. Just saying. These things are wonderful tools. But when you walk to your car, make sure you don't look like a victim. Have that presence. Have that presence. Have that confidence. Okay? Have that confidence. Say you're going to a bar or a nightclub with your friends. Don't stay late and walk out alone. Walk out with your friends. Okay? If you stay till closing, you're going to have guys that are there till closing that know you're going to be walking out alone. And I'm saying, these are the places that get you into trouble. But when there is a place or a way that you can avoid this, don't leave when it closes. Leave a little earlier. Leave with friends. Plan ahead. It's extremely important to plan ahead. And it goes back to my 3 rules about how not to get into a confrontation. If you know it's a bad part of the neighborhood, why are you going anywhere near there? If there's a violent crime or a bad element that's in that neighborhood, if you have to go there, sure. But if you are going there, make sure you're prepared. I mean, every time a woman gets raped at a college, guess when it is? It's not in broad daylight. It's when they're leaving late at night, they're going to their dorm, no one else is around. College campuses save on money so they can pay their professors 6- and 7-figure salaries, but they don't like to light their parking lots very well. And they don't have very good police or security working at a college. It's just the way it is. Okay? So, pepper spray is amazing, China Lynn. It's awesome. So, what I'm saying is be prepared. Have your mind be prepared. When I got jumped in that parking lot, hey, Mrs. Constitutional Barbie Bear. So when I had someone try to jump me with a gun, I was running scenarios in my head. I always do it. One of my friends calls it advanced daydreaming. It's part of karate. Run the scenario through your head, especially if you're trained. It's like, okay, have a plan. If someone jumps out there, this is what I'm going to do. If someone jumps out over there, this is what I'm going to do. If someone comes after me this way, this is what I'm going to do. And you can call it paranoia. People tell me, well, I don't want to live that way. That's paranoid. Well, guess what? Paranoia saves lives. Ask anybody that's been in war. Ask anybody that's been on deployment overseas. Paranoia saves lives. Profiling saves lives. Hi, Cam. Hi, P. West. It saves lives. It does. You know, we can live our life and take risk and just take chance. There's a difference between chance and risk. Okay? What do you have to lose by taking a little bit of precaution with you? It's like, ladies, when you're walking with your purse. When you're walking with your purse, do you have everything in that purse? Why would you carry your gun in your purse? That's the first thing the thief's going to grab is your purse. And you know how easy it is to grab the purse and cut the strap and run? The purse should be the deployment. It should be where all your cosmetics and all your junk that you don't need goes. I know you're hating me for saying that. Keep it a fashion statement and nothing else. How many guys carry a secondary wallet with all their actual stuff in there? If you have an old credit card that's expired, or not expired, but you know how your bank loves to hand out new debit cards, so the old one looks like it's fine, only it's not. Have a wallet there, but have a good one somewhere else where he can't find it. I like putting them in my sock, just saying. So there are things that you can do. Yeah, the mugger wallet, absolutely, Cam. Don't keep your gun in your purse. If you carry one, don't keep it in your purse. Okay, and this goes for guys too. I mean, let's be reasonable. Not every guy can fight. At least there are some guys that train to and they can fight better. I know some women that fight better than guys. That's not a big deal. But what I'm saying is you want to make sure that you're prepared for this. Prepared, yes. You can be a prepper and not be a loony bin. I love the whole concept of prepping, and I do it. So, and not just in my home, but I do it in every part of my life. I try to be prepared for everything. When I go hunting, I bring everything that I could possibly need and stuff I know I'm going to need. So, that being said, you want to, again, command presence, make eye contact. Don't look like a victim. Don't have your head down, trying not to make contact. Don't have your head in the phone. You're an easy target. What's that phrase used about daydreaming? Advanced daydreaming. Advanced daydreaming, Heather. It's a very good friend of mine. My son's adopted uncle, as he would put it, Grandmaster Ray McCollum. That was one of the things he told me, was advanced daydreaming. Prepare yourself. Do you know how many fighters? They take when a fighter, before he gets into the ring, hey, Bisky, before a fighter gets into the ring, he's already picturing the victory in his head. It's advanced daydreaming. Picture the victory. If someone comes out and does this, I'm going to do this. So you're prepared mentally. Visualization, absolutely. So, make sure that you have a confident presence about you. Make quick eye contact with people just to let them know you see them. Don't get locked on. If they make any kind of, sometimes they'll try to get a response out of you. If you're making eye contact, you're female, you have to be really careful of this. And I'm just telling you because people tend to look for a reason to start a conversation. And if you make eye contact back, what they're trying to do, now here's the thing, and this is where it can happen. Now everybody pay attention, especially the females. You're walking down the road, guy makes contact with you, and he does this. What's up? Like that, with his head. What's up? You can go right back to him. Nothing much. Keep on walking. Do not engage in a conversation. What they're trying to do is to get your guard down. If they try to engage you in a conversation, they're trying to get your guard down. Okay? They may follow you. Always remember clothing. Okay? When you're in a mall, especially the malls right around closing time, if you're there closing a mall, not a good idea. I'm just saying, if you're there at 9 o'clock when most malls close, remember what people's clothing looks like. Because when you're walking back out to your vehicle, someone that made eye contact with you may be following you. Watch. Make eye contact, look. Remember what they're wearing. Remember certain features about them. The shirt, the hairstyle, baseball cap, whatever. And when you walk, make sure you walk diagonally to your car. You want to go down a row that you know your car isn't in, and then cut across when there's a safe opening. Okay? Yeah, Natalie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think we had talked about this before. You want to be careful. Never walk down the row of cars that your car is parked in. Walk down one next to you, especially if you think you're being followed, and then cut across. Okay? Because if they cut across, well, guess what? And when you get to your car, and as soon as you get inside your vehicle, lock the doors. Lock the doors. Have your keys in hand. Lock the doors. Okay? They're going to try to have conversations with you. It's going to be like, hey, can you help me out? You know, I'm looking for somebody. My kid's around here somewhere. You're not going to believe the things that these people will say. Oh, man, that's nuts, Natalia. Also, another thing, and before we get too crazy into this. Oh, yeah, kick you. That's another one. Any reason to start a conversation, it's to get your guard down. You don't have to be a sucker. You can be mildly polite, but not completely ridiculously polite. There's no reason to smile back at them. Okay? Remember, these scumbags may think, oh, she's flirting with me. Anything to start the conversation, to get your guard down, to get closer to you. You don't have to have... Yeah, I know, Natalia, but sometimes that's not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing. You have to be very careful about how you smile also. You don't, especially, this is different for a guy. You know, a guy, we walk by a guy, you know, you're walking alone, a guy goes like this to you, you go right back, hey, what's up? Just keep on going. It's different for a guy. So make sure you have pepper spray, and if you have it, don't have it in your purse. Have it on your keychain. Pepper spray in your hand, ready, keychain hanging. Okay? Also with your purse. Okay? If you're going to have it across your shoulder so it can't be yanked out of your hand, there's a reason. Now, if it's a decoy purse, don't have it on your shoulder. He could drag you to the ground by it. He could strangle you by it. It's better to have it on your shoulder. Make it a decoy. Because you know how easy it is to strangle you by the handle of that. It's already around your neck. Okay, if you wear it there, not good. They're gonna drag you to the ground. Okay? Make sure it's a decoy and it's just hanging on your shoulder. Okay? Now, that being said, yeah, a decoy bag. Do not have your junk in it. Have a fake purse. Have a fake purse in it with old bank cards. It's stuff that can't be used. Okay? They yank it. There's no reason to chase them down. Have your purse, have your wallet or your identification or something you need somewhere else. Okay, they're looking for a quick score. Okay? And last but not least, before we get too crazy into this, if someone pulls a gun on you and tells you to get in the car, here is the choice that you have. They want you to get into the car so they can take you to a different place. They don't want to do what they want to do there. They want to take you to a different place. And guess what's going to happen after they're done doing what they're doing? You are dead. Never get in the car. That is when shit gets real. That is when you have to fight. Do not get in the car. That will be the end of you. Never get in the car. That's where you stand your ground. Well, that's when the pepper spray helps. Okay? And I'm not going to tell you techniques that you can use. It's not going to work here over video. Now, I've been asked to do some stuff on video, and I'm not crazy about doing that, but I can demonstrate a few things to do that I think anybody without any training can figure out, and they can do it. Okay? But yeah, if you have to draw your knife and someone has their gun out, that's wherein lies the problem. Okay? Yeah, but you're going to have to fight. Okay? And I will say this: if you can grab that gun and pull it to your body with the barrel pointed away from you. Okay? Pull it to your body and hang on to it for dear life. Because what's going to happen is they're going to strike you with the other hand. What you can do is twist away. Twist away from them and get it out of, okay? And what I mean by twist away, and I really don't want to get into techniques, but just twist it out of their hand. And if you have to bite their hand, bite their hand. But the only chance that you have is gaining control of the weapon. I've been in a situation where a guy has pulled a knife and I've been cut. And I had to fight my way out of it. Yeah, never get into the Clinton taxi. Okay? The main thing is, even the highest trained people, once your blood gets pumping like that, the only thing you have is muscle memory from all the years of training. And it doesn't look pretty. Balls, eyes, throat. Okay, 3 things to take away from someone to win a fight. If you take away their eyesight, you win a fight. If you take away their ear, you win a fight. If you take away their legs, you win a fight. The easiest thing you can do to a guy, a bigger guy than you, is strike the throat. And your punch is not going to be accurate. But a strike here with your hand, that's perfect. And I mean strike. If you hurt, break your finger, who gives a damn? Strike that thing, okay, like it is the last friggin' chicken at the barbecue, the last chicken thigh at the barbecue. Strike that thing and hit it, okay? pressing down into it with your fingers can get someone from someone that's trying to grab onto you, okay? The throat is the very best, and as soon as their hands come up, jab them in the eye, kick them in their junk, stomp on them, okay? One of the greatest victories that ever happened in all my years of teaching martial arts was a woman had come to us that was she was about 20, 21, and her boyfriend had beat the hell out of him, or out of her, okay? It beat the hell out of her. And basically, she came to the class, she was still bruised up, okay? Still bruised up. Now, she said that she needed to learn to defend herself because her boyfriend had said that when he gets out of jail in 2 years, because he got 2 years for beating her up, when he gets out of jail in 2 years, that he is going to kill her, finish it off. Captain, it's called bow, not bow staff. Don't do that. That hurts to hear. Just saying. So, we had 2 years to get her ready because it doesn't matter. I mean, he can threaten her all he wants from behind prison. And they're going to have to. We've seen this before in domestic cases. Nothing the police can do. Nothing that they can do while he says, oh, when I get out, I'm going to finish it off. They have to wait till he gets out and tries to finish it off. So we had 2 years to train her. Okay? 2 years to train this girl. Now, what we do immediately is we remove all the stigma that society has put on this female. And the stigma is that you are weak, you are fragile, you can't do this, you can't do that. We put them on which is ridiculous. If you have a higher pain tolerance, baby, abortion wouldn't even be an issue. It's so intense. Time. What we know is you say, okay, you have a higher pain tolerance for a shorter period of time. A higher pain tolerance for a shorter period of time. That is what a female has. Okay? Because their tissue breaks down faster than a man's. A man can take abuse for a longer period of time. So you make a woman aware of that. And then you also go, okay, well, guess what? Women have faster reflexes than men do. 20% faster. 20% faster. That's why they're finding out certain military positions are really good to have a female. Because they have faster reflexes. Also, they're generally more flexible and they learn technique better than a man does. Why? Because a man's ego gets in the way of technique. Men have muscle mass. They naturally don't want to. They don't want to learn the technique because they can overpower it generally. But technique wins in the long run. Technique absolutely wins in the long run. So basically, we took this woman and we erased all that garbage that society has put on her and we created a killing machine. Just saying. This woman was capable of defending herself. She lost all the crap that society had put on her. And guess what? She was able to do it. She learned. And you can't be nice. I mean, when you get into a situation like this, we taught her. You can't wait for him to get back up. You can't stop because he says, oh, I give up now that you've hit me once. No, they're just trying to get your guard down. If someone says they're going to kill you and they show up, nah. The only time you stop is when they're unconscious. That's when you stop. And what happened was, 2 years later, this guy got out of prison, and guess where he showed up? Showed up on her front doorsteps, and he got no further. She called the police. She called 911, basically, and she said, hey, I need the police at my house because my ex showed up and tried to kill me, and you're going to need an ambulance because I think I killed him. They asked if she shot him. She said no, but he's unconscious. She had broken probably 4 or 5 ribs in his chest, crushed his windpipe, busted his orbital with her foot, broke one of his arms, broke some of his fingers, and I think one of his fingers was bitten. Okay? But I will guarantee you that she survived that, and he wished to God he had never done that at all. And I bet you he never did it again to anyone. That is what happens when a woman is trained, has confidence, has that command presence, and knows damn well what she's capable of doing. And when you have that, you will walk down the street differently. You will be aware of everything around you. And when someone confronts you, you're not going to cower. You're going to be able to speak to them with confidence. And they're going to know, okay, this person isn't a pushover. Not only am I not going to be able to dominate them in a conversation and emotionally, but I sure as hell am probably not going to have a good chance to do anything physically with this person, because they do not look like the victim that I am not, the victim that I'm looking for. Okay? Let's get nerdy here. These aren't the victims you're looking for. Okay? Yeah. It's not going to happen. They look for a victim. They don't have the balls to create one. They're cowards. Why would they want to create a victim when it's so much easier to just find a victim? Think about that. Guys, we're coming to the end of the stream here. Yeah, absolutely, Captain. They exploit victims. They don't want to create them. They don't have the ability to create them. Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny, Captain. Yeah, they need guns to protect themselves from karate women. Yeah, my wife's, she's a 2nd-degree black belt. Yep. Yeah, we met at an arena when I was leaving after one of my last fights, and we met, and she was there cheering on the other guy that I just got beat by. He was one of my friends too that we fought. I still can't figure out how that bastard won. Every time I hit him, he fell down. Anyway, literally every time I hit him, he fell down. I got PTSD from this. Okay. Okay, guys, it is 1:31. I hope everybody got something out of this. I know it was primarily for the females, but a lot of the information I hope the males could use too, just the same. I know, Dom, I did, huh? Oh, gosh. Really, Natalia? Really? Really? What do you think this is, Karate Kid? Oh, my God. Guys, remember what I said. Get yourself some pepper spray. Get yourself a gun. Get licensed. Get trained. Find a good school that actually teaches real fighting and not fake fighting. Okay? Find a good school. Be armed. Be trained. Protect yourself. Protect your loved ones and your family and the people all around you. God bless.